So what we're going to be doing is making jerky today. This is going to be moose jerky that we're going to be making from the gun. So we have this little attachment here. Basically, this is just like a caulking gun, right? Okay, so we put it into here, we caulk it into the trays. All right, so I'm trying to recreate a jerky mix that I've been using for the last couple years, which is amazing. This is the Nesco jerky seasoning mix, and this is an amazing mix. But problem is though, these guys nailed it, right? Obviously they must have people in a lab trying to figure this out to make it palatable to everybody else in the universe. And I don't want to have to pay what they're charging for this anymore. And just, it's not even that even, it's just for the fact that I want to actually make this when, say, this isn't available in the stores, okay? So this is my take on it. We'll see if it works and try it out. All right, so what we have first of all is we got all the ingredients laid out to how much they weigh, okay? So you look online, you'll see the ingredients to the Nesco black pepper seasoning mix online, and it'll give a weight for a lot of the main ingredients, okay? So this is my take on what they actually put into that, right? So I'm just gonna go down, dump all the ingredients into this bowl right here, and I'm gonna give you the weights to these ingredients, okay? So first off, we have onion and garlic. I combined them. So this is 44 grams for onion powder and garlic powder, okay? So each has 44 grams. This is going into an 8-pound batch, okay, of moose, ground moose. Then we have the cure, okay? We're using the Prague Powder cure, okay? This has 25 grams of cure in here, and we're adding it all at once. This is our salt that we do have. This is our pickling salt, and this has 12 grams. This is our MSG. Now, Nesco seasoning mix does have MSG in it. I know people are totally against MSG. I can totally understand, but the thing is with MSG, you don't want to use this to excess, but boy, oh boy, it's an ancient flavor enhancer. So we're going to be using it today, folks. It's just about trying to recreate this recipe, okay? I'm not going to be able to recreate this recipe if I don't add this. So here we go, folks. So this MSG, we are adding 20 grams. Freshly cracked pepper, 18 grams. Then we have a combination of Old Bay seasoning that we have right over here, okay? Old Bay seasoning and sugar, and the sugar is 27 grams and the Old Bay seasoning is 9. All right, so what we're going to be doing now is mixing up all these spices. This is our mixture of dry ingredients that we just listed off. We're going to dump into this bowl right now, and we're going to start off with a cup of water. Okay, and we're going to start mixing it up with this spoon just to get all the flavors constituted, basically, right? Because we're going to have to add water to this mixture anyways, all right, just to kind of loosen it up for it's easier to pipe onto the trays themselves, right? Okay, so we got a mixture going there. Keep on stirring, bud. You're doing a good job. And then we're going to add 3 tablespoons of liquid smoke to this mixture, okay? And she's still going to be stirring. All right, good job, bud. So now we're going to add it to this. Stop. All right, so I got my daughter here. She's getting ready to mix up the 8 pounds of moose. So we have the spice seasoning. And there's Abigail. Say hi, Abigail. Yeah, exactly. So take the spice mixture and throw it in there, buddy. Oh, yeah. All right, now get your hands right in there. Yeah, so we're going to be mixing that up thoroughly, incorporating all the ingredients as best Abigail can. And we'll get back to you on the flip side here once it's already mixed. Alright, so right now I'm in the process of just filling this little tube. Basically it's just a caulking tube that everybody knows what that is. I'm going to stuff this in here. Just like that. Alright, fun stuff, right? Grab the gun. Put the gun in here. and I'm just going to be putting them on the dehydrator. Now there's a couple of ways you could be doing this. You can either do one continuous ring all the way through, okay, like just kind of ring it all the way through in one fell swoop. That's fine, you'll be able to fit more in the long run, but the problem is though, you're going to have pieces that are done first on these trays, and you kind of going to have to pick through them as the time goes on, right? With having a whole continuous roll going around this whole thing, you're going to have to cut them, feel them, and just piss around all the way through. Whereas this is just going to be little pieces that are going to be fit into a Ziploc freezer bag that you can give to your friends. Okay? So this way you'll thank yourself later, right? Because this piece could be finished before this piece, or vice versa over here, and you're going to be wanting to pick through this, right? Because as you go along the tray here, they just finish sooner. Okay, so you're going to be wanting to take that, oh, see, screwed up right there, put that back into there. But that's what happens sometimes. It's compressing as you go, but it sometimes falls apart. Like a little piece fell apart there, that's fine, that'll be good. And you just keep on going all the way around. And then this will be the next row, then the next row, then the next row, and the next row, all the way through here, right? So as you can see right now, this tube is 3/4 of the way done, and I've only gotten one row. Then over here, I usually start halfway in between over here, and etc., etc. So I'm just going to be filling this entire row right now. Just finishing up this batch right now. So there's no rhyme or reason on how you lay out these little sticks. Like I call them jerky sticks, which is fine. This attachment also comes, see, it's a little piece right here. Oh well, big deal. It also comes with like a Land Jaeger kind of attachment, so it's like wider and thicker. So as you can see right now, there's a few pieces that are a little bit thicker than other pieces. That's why you want to separate these, right? So you see some over here that are really thick, right? These ones will take a lot longer than, say, that one, okay? So chances are you're going to be picking through that one, this one, that one, that one, leaving this one over here, right? That's why you want to separate these logs beforehand, because you don't want to be cutting these as you go, right? Another thing is too, the circulation of the air that's going through these, right? This is a dehydrator, okay? Specially made for jerky, fruit roll-ups, herbs. This is the highest setting on the jerky maker. So you'll be doing this at about 160 degrees. That's why we use cure, all right? Because 160 degrees, some people might be concerned about parasites or anything like that, but I've done lots of deer with this and there's no worries about parasites whatsoever. Also with the cure, okay, if I've eaten jerky that's been out for like 2-3 weeks in the middle of summer, okay, sitting in my car, and I come back to that jerky and I still eat it and I've had no ill effects. So that's the pro to a cure, okay? But you don't need a cure, you don't need MSG, but I just wanted to get as close as possible to this jerky recipe. And then, yes, later on down the line, I can make those changes, right? Oh, I don't want any cure, I don't want any MSG. Okay, what else is there? But for now, cure and MSG is in the recipe. Alright, so we got all the jerky all panned up, ready to go. She's still pretty soft. We got about 6 layers, okay, on this guy. And then this other bad boy, we got about 4 layers. So this is what you kind of expect with the jerky. Alright. All these little dehydrated pieces over here. So it's looking pretty dry right now on this side. It's looking good. So this dehydrator is set to about 160 degrees. Okay. Both of these guys are. So it cooks the jerky to 160, and this takes probably 6 to 7 hours. And then the duration,
You know, some of these larger pieces, maybe like this guy right here, that guy might take 8. You never know, right? So at about the 6-hour mark, you're going to be taking pieces out from each of these containers and just leaving the thicker ones in that are going to be taking a little bit longer. So we'll find out in about 6 to 7 hours to see how this thing goes.
Alright, here's a finished batch of the jerky sticks. When you're checking these, you want to have them a little bit softer than what you would like, okay? Because being warm as they are right now, they're going to cool off, alright? And when they cool off, they get firmer. So you're going to be wanting to take these out of the dehydrator, put them on a surface with paper towel, and let them sit there until they're totally cool, okay? Then you'll be packaging those up in Ziploc freezer bags or cryovac bags, something of the sort, but you don't want the heat in those bags because there's going to be condensation then that forms in the bag, and then they'll be crystallized in the freezer, okay? Make sure that these jerky sticks are totally cooled down before you put them into the bags, then into your freezer. But this is the finished product. Hope you enjoy. These turned out pretty good. I'll do a little tweak here and there on the recipe, but overall, it's a good recipe. Hope you enjoy.